Good evening, everybody. We will have our regular live show in a second here, but I do want to make sure that I put this out there because we did lose somebody from the pro wrestling world this week. Legendary Cincinnati Reds player and actually WWE Hall of Famer Pete Rose has passed away. And he is somebody who, if you know him from the baseball world, he is one of the best players out there. If you know him from the wrestling world, you know he is the first celebrity in the Hall of Fame. So we're now going to do the 10-bell salute, and then we'll be going on with the show tonight. And guys, again, tonight's show is in memory of the late, great Pete Rose. And now, it's on to the show. Well, what's going on, everybody? It's John here, host of the Round Nose Podcast. Obviously, you guys know who that is. You guys listen to the show every week, and I appreciate that greatly. Guys, tonight we have a sort of a different type of show tonight because in a couple of minutes, NXT will be making their initial debut on the CW. So we're going to be basically doing a watch-along tonight. So basically, it's not going to be your typical setup. Yes, we're going to have your wrestling talk as always. We're going to have, but also as I get the CW app ready, we also will have some special guests coming in here throughout the entire night as oh, wait a second. Oh, apparently the CW app is not allowing me to watch. Yeah, apparently the CW app is not working for me right now. Great. I didn't think this part out. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. But guys, like I said, we will have some special guests lined in here because, guys, I know we're a week out, but I figured let's do it now. Tonight we will be looking at a year back since the real, and I have to be specific with this because I know this was brought up when Chris Envy was on with us. I'm not talking about the anniversary of Dynasty as a whole. I'm talking about the last year since the relaunch. Because the first show that Dynasty had since the relaunch was back on October 8th of last year with Capital Gains. So I figured why not tonight have some of the members from the Dynasty roster hop on here and just kind of give their thoughts on the last year and kind of, their big moments. And I'll have mine as well. And guys, coming up let's shoot it for 8:30. I will also be making an announcement in regards to what I will be doing at the Mecca ahead of Nightmare at the Mecca for Breed Combination. So you're not going to want to miss that. And so much more. But guys, again, like I said, tonight's show is in memory of the late, great Pete Rose. So just bear with me 2 seconds here because I'm trying to figure out now why I can't get through the CW now. Because, of course, why would the CW work for me on the app? But it is what it is. Apparently, you can't get live shows on the CW, apparently. On the CW app. But well, like I said, we'll definitely keep you guys posted tonight what's going on as NXT makes their initial debut on the CW. This is big. But guys, we do have our first guest hopping in, so let me bring them on. Guys, she was on with me over the weekend to kind of talk about Dynasty and talk about her moment that she had with Miss DeVille at the Battle of Altamont. But guys, returning to the show, friend of the show, fan favorite, the one, the only, Taylor One Shot. Taylor, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, John. I am well. I didn't realize I was on yet. I was just getting ready in the chat.
No, you're good. You're good. You are
Huh.
good. But yeah, how does it? First of all, how does it feel being that we are 1 year since the relaunch?
It feels good. It feels cool. It feels like we've done a lot in a short amount of time, and like we're gonna do even more in like the next 3 months. It seems like.
Yeah, and obviously I know we've been talking a lot about it on the show. October 12th, Return to Neverland happens live from the Linda. Guys, definitely get your tickets. You're not going to want to miss the show. But Taylor,
No,
for
the
you,
Linda's a beautiful place too. It's. I don't know if you've ever been, but it's beautiful.
I was there. I saw you last year when you took on Christina Marie.
That is where I first met you ever, John Blaine.
Yeah, that was
Correct.
last year. And I thought you got at that moment. I thought you had a huge. And that was also the first time. Not only did I see you live, that was actually the first time I'd ever seen Fox Vineyard live.
Yes. I don't recall who he wrestled that night, but Fox is always fun and exciting.
Yeah, he was on that show. Trying to think of who else on that show last October, because that was ECPW, I think, that ran the show.
Yeah,
last.
in ECPW with Keith Zimmer and stuff. But
Yes.
no, I mean the Dynasty's doing it this year, and not to throw anything at those guys because they put me on and stuff after that event. But this is Dynasty, and this is Albany, and this is our area, and this is our home, and who knows better about our home and our area than the people who play in the backyard, right? This is our backyard, so
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
But what stands out for you as some big moments since the relaunch?
There's been a lot of big, huge moments for sure. You had Capital Gains. We had Vinny Pacifico winning the big tournament because of Jay Lethal attacking Fox Vineyard. You know what I mean? Fox could have used that $10,000, and boom, Vinny takes it. He goes off and he buys energy drinks or something like that. And then we get Jay Lethal returning. I didn't even know Jay Lethal was back there. I did the production meeting and stuff like that. Straight up, didn't even realize he was there. He was like a fly on the wall or something, or I don't even know. But I didn't even get a picture with the man because I didn't even know he was there. Uh, Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark, that was, really big. I was sitting there in the ring getting the ropes and stuff ready and stuff and just testing stuff. And Envy walks in and she's like, hey, shake his hand and stuff. And I'm like, do a triple take. And I'm like, is that, goddamn, that's Velveteen Dream. What the hell? And that made waves across the internet. So, like, as far as big moments as what we've done, that was like internet breaking more than anything else.
No, I remember with that one, I was at the show and I was talking to, I think I was talking to Andrew actually, and he was showing me some of the pictures he had taken, and he kind of scrolled through them quickly and then scrolled right through Velveteen Dream. I'm like, wait, I kind of looked at him like, wait, go back for a second. I'm like, is that who he goes, yeah. He goes, he's here tonight. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was because it's hard to take in and stuff like that with, at first, and, the gravity, everything involved in all that, and, whatever. He's out on the indies, he's wrestling everywhere, he's doing his thing or whatever, and, But that was a big, huge moment for us, and that was exciting, to be the first and whatever the place that he chose. We did a fair, we did a Pride show, we did book readings, what are we doing next? We're doing something big. We're doing the Hall of Fame show. We're dicks. We're gonna be partnering with World of Hurt Wrestling. You know what I mean? Doing a collaboration with another local, long-standing promotion, as all these local, long-standing promotions should be doing, guys, because a lot of us know each other and have known each other even longer and work together, so we can do these big mega shows and stuff if we collaborate and come together. But I'm just a lonely, newer wrestler, so I don't know the history and what that actually takes. But let's work together. It's awesome. We're working with World of Hurt, Shane Alden and stuff. It's awesome.
I was gonna say it's nice to see independent companies working together, not wanting to kill each other.
Correct. I mean, like, Justin Rando is a regular wrestler for them. He's our referee. You know what I mean? And Fox is their champion. You know what I mean? And he's on. And like Shane Alden just appeared at the Rumble that we had at the Battle for Altamont and stuff. So there's already been those light teases of the crossovers, and even when we did the Last Dance musical, that was lightly collaborated with us. They were all there. Shane and Justin and Chris and us were all in the back and stuff. And yeah, there's been a lot of cool things this year, man. I forget about how many cool moments just within the Dynasty have happened this year that I forgot. Like, we did our podcast, and I forgot that I like electrocuted PCO and brought him back to life this year. I was like, God damn, there's so many cool things that just happened in the Dynasty that I forgot all this other shit that happened this year for me as well, which is like, God damn, this year's been cool. We've done all.
I mean, somebody put a post out saying that if with all the opportunities we're getting with pro wrestling, and I'm like, and I thought about it, kind of took a step back for a second. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, shit, that's actually true when you think about it. When you look at the brass tacks of it,
there's a lot. I just saw that Layla James is announced at Main Premier Wrestling, and she's going to be in the third women's challenger qualifying match for their women's championship. Nakoma won the first one, and I won the second one. So now there's a chance that me and Layla might have our third battle in Maine to start off next year now, which is exciting news for me. Seeing that, the crossover in the potential and in the feuds and stuff, and how, you know what I mean? Because like Black Rose and stuff is there, and Jimmy Limits and stuff, who's occasionally at Dynasty. So it's cool that we're like representing elsewhere as well here.
Actually, Taylor, I do want to we do have a comment coming in here. David, who's a fan of the show, he watches us all the way from England, actually checked out your stuff after the interview you and I did on Saturday.
Awesome.
And just wanted to say that he was quite amazed and that you're amazing.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Feel free to add me and join the Taylor One Shot Nation that doesn't have a fan group name. But I mean, it wasn't about me. This is about the Dynasty. Is there anybody else? Is Billy here yet?
No, she'll be here soon. I put it in the group chat for people to show up if they wanted to. So,
did you put in like a new one though? Because that was at like 10 a.m. Monday. And you know how we do chat-ins. The last thing we were talking about was like Dino Nuggies or something.
Yeah, that was let me throw it back in there one more time, just so then, in case people want to join,
freshen it up and stuff, get some new voices, you know. Maybe we get some HBO up in here. Have you had HBO yet?
I've had him. I had him at Light Up the Sky. He was on with me for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, I love me some HBO. He's not here for long, but when he is, he packs a punch.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, that I do agree. I mean, hold on. There we go. All right, so I just resent it again, just in case anybody else wants to join. But okay, let me ask you this now: what are some matches that stand out to you?
I mean, we already had the big ones that we talked about the other night, like the ladder match. We had one of my favorites, the Vic Fox match. The four-way that the men had at Sounds Gay I'm In was really good between like Blackwell, Black Rose, was it Twinkie Jeff Nova and Sergeant Fury. That was a banger. Yes. That was definitely good. I was happy that I think at one point that was gonna be like a tag match too, with some combination of the four of them. But yeah, we kind of let them decide, and that's what ended up happening or whatever, and it was really good. So that was awesome.
That was a good match. I mean, we can even go back to the Capital Gains show, and you had so many
Adina Steele and Tiara James put on an amazing match, and I had the best seat in the house for that match. That was a good
Yeah,
match. I think both of them
yeah.
to come back there.
You know, also I would love to see come back, and I know he's currently injured right now, but when he gets healthy, I hope he comes back. Joey Conway.
I knew you were going with that with the mustache. This is me trying to twirl my fake mustache. Joey's good. He's a great guy. He's
Yeah.
met him at Titan when I worked there last year. He's a good dude. It's fun.
Yeah,
He's got a big character.
Yes, he's the only guy I know who you can talk to him outside of the character. Incredibly down to earth, incredibly humble. As soon as he puts on that jacket and goes through that rope, his voice drops like 100 points, and it's like, how are you the same person?
He's great to have on a flyer too, because he sticks right out. You know what I mean? He's like
Yeah,
colorful, larger than life.
yeah. No, he definitely is. And I mean, I would love to see him come back. I mean, you know, I'd love to see Vinny come back, but I know he's busy right now touring the world.
Yeah, I think he got married and stuff semi recently too.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just
it's funny.
memories.
No, I was gonna say it's funny though when you look at with Dynasty, and we all start back at the Capital Games show, and then the next show everybody goes to is It Was All a Dream. For some reason, everybody forgets the Marlboro show.
No, man, Marlboro, man. I don't forget about Marlboro. Marlboro was my first Dynasty match, man. For me, that was what's up. That was in Amsterdam, I want to say,
Yeah,
or yeah, that was
that
fun.
was in December.
It was like a dead mall. The space was cool though because we got to set it up how we wanted to, and it was nice. It had a really good vibe for me personally. I still think I had a really great reception backstage. I walked back and I kind of like, I never really felt like a wrestler more than after that match for me, you know?
Yeah,
I never felt like the praise and the respect from some of my peers in the back more than I had after that match or before that match. So that was a big show for me. I really liked that, and we had a lot of other good matches on the card there that night.
yeah. No, It's funny. Tim just commented on here. I just want to bring his comment up here quickly. He even said Tiara James needs to come back.
She's good. We had her down to come back at one point. She was going to be my partner. It was going to be me and her versus Katrina and Kristara. I don't know what happened, but I ended up on my own. But she's killing it, and she was just at World of Hurt.
No, yeah, because I was saying she hasn't been back since Capital Games, right?
Not here, but nationally and stuff, she's killing it. I think she's still with MLW. I follow people semi loosely, and I even jump back in, but I do see her work, and she's killing it, and you know she looks great. So heck yeah.
Oh, HBO is watching tonight.
See, HBO, man, he's got to be there. He packs a punch. Wash your gear, man.
Yes,
everybody, if you either new gear or clean gear, get a bar of soap and just scrub it between your booty cheeks, and get that fixed.
Hey, especially the show is coming up in a couple weeks. You don't want to smell on such a big weekend like the Hall of Fame weekend.
No, because they have I think it was an old bank or something like that, but like in the back there's like the bars and like the whole vault door, and we can shut you in there and lock any unruly fans into the vault of the window.
It's funny. My girlfriend's watching, and she knows nothing about wrestling at all. She's slowly getting into it. But the biggest thing she remembers from Dynasty, the Dino Nuggets.
The Dino Nuggets. I mean, who could forget? Who could forget? I should have monetized that. Me and DeVille we should have figured out there should be merchandise. There is merchandise, but it's not Dinosaur Nugget related. But they got Dan Severn coming up. What do you think about that? Who do you have in Seth? Are we placing bets? Can you place sports betting in New York State? And if so, what's the under over on Seth versus Dan the Beast Severn and Dunmore at the Linda on the 12th? Because like Dan's a champion and he's a proven veteran. He's a grizzly old man. But Seth is strong, stern. I think he's a principal or something at Yeah, you know what I mean? Do you really think you can out thumb wrestle a principal? I'm
No.
going with Seth Turner on this one, but it's anyone's dog, really.
Well, I would give the win to Seth because he's the one who created it.
It's his ring, home field advantage, and it's in Albany.
Yeah, so to me, and Dan Severn, no offense to Dan, I mean, Dan Severn's one guy you don't want to piss off because
I might.
20 years ago, the guy was the pre Brock Lesnar. Let me put it that way.
When I seen him, my first introduction of Dan was when he did that feud with Ken Shamrock.
Yes.
He came in as the NWA champion. Like I'd seen that title come in. It's always cool when it came into the WWF back then, but it came in and he had it, and he was a legit fighter champion. He had a few belts, and he was just like, I got a mustache and I'm wearing a gray t-shirt. Let's go. Who wants to F around? And then Ken Shamrock, the most dangerous man, came up. The only way that would have made that match better is if Steve Blackman jumped into it, but he didn't. No, Dan's tough guy.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Seth's tough, wily fingers on this one. Twisted and Tormented is the key to victory, and I think Seth is going to do it. We got any other cool matches?
Not yet. From what I saw, a few people said they'll be joining a little bit later.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, also showing up, you could have Tony Atlas there.
Tony, good man.
So
full
hopefully there's no foot wrestling because he might like that. Just saying.
Yeah, well, this. We start off with thumb wrestling. Maybe we go into that, and that's next year's event, man. You know what I mean? But
yeah. And then the other name I know Andrew Anderson's cool. A lot of them show up because it's a Hall of Fame. So Andrew Anderson will be there. But
Andrew Anderson's really cool though. He's a good guy. I met him a bunch of times. He's a solid dude. Yeah.
I saw him. I haven't seen Andrew since. I actually haven't seen Andrew since the last Hall of Fame show.
I think the last time I seen him was after that we were in somewhere in Western New York. But you go. You talk.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him. And then the other guy who's going to be there is actually one that I'm very proud of. Unfortunately, I won't be there, so we'll be able to get to see him. But the one I'm proud of that got him connected was Brett Azar.
Yeah, that's because you got like the religious holiday coming up, but you're bringing in somebody. That's dedication though to this whole thing and to the Dynasty and to the Around the Ropes. Is that you're even with not being there, you're still bringing in talent and people that are going to be there because he's going to be there at the dinner the next night, I believe, right?
I don't know. I know he'll be there he's doing the pre-show meet and greet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but
does he wrestle? I don't know X amount about him.
He used to wrestle. Obviously, he did the wrestling stuff for the show, but he had surgery. I think he had part of his colon taken out because he had bad stomach issues. So unfortunately, I don't think he can wrestle.
Okay. But still, no, I mean, just having the personality there. He was the Sheik, right?
Yeah, he was Iron Sheik in Young Rock.
Sheiky baby. Hulk Hogan. Nobody likes Hulk Hogan anymore.
No.
Except for Fox.
I always tell the story. The reason for that logo that everybody has seen was actually due to him. He drew that. I think it was March of last year, the year beforehand. But yeah. So guys, definitely if you're there, go meet Brett. He's a very down-to-earth guy. He may look intimidating on the outside, but believe me, he is. He's
also intimidating on the inside as well.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
We had one of my personal favorites. I had my first show that I ever helped out at was the Hall of Fame show several years ago. It was ran at the time it was supposed to be ran by, and now I don't remember what happened. Either way, Fox ended up getting it moved to the Waterville Dome, and who's going to be that? Bushwhacker Luke was at that show. That's where I had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time. He's going to be at the 12th at the Linda. He's a peach and a treat. He might come over to you and say something like, "Hello, puppet," and it melts your heart when he says that to you. Sweet man.
I look at some, but I think also, and I think this is what wrestling fans have to realize: the fact that we can still get guys like Tony Atlas, Bushwhacker Luke, to show up at these
I think
events.
Bushwhacker Luke still does like matches.
Yeah, okay, we need to 20 who else still does matches, and he is, I know, towards the older side. Ricky Morton.
Ricky Morton, he does the Canadian Destroyer. That's
Yes,
crazy. I
at
love
62
that.
years old, he still does. But I think, especially with what we've seen in the last 2 days, with how many celebrities we've lost, and how
It's
many,
been rough.
yeah, I think the fact that we can still get guys like Tony Atlas, Bushwhacker Luke, even like Andrew Anderson to an extent. I think
Dan Severn, he's looking pretty great.
Dan Severn,
You know?
I think it's the same thing. I think wrestling fans have to. I don't want to say be grateful for it.
Yo, especially in the wrestling world, like, okay, like, we're in a community and a group where, like, look how many lives are lost so young, in their 30s, in their 40s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be it tragically, of like mental health issues. You know what I mean? It's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month still. So like a lot of wrestlers we've lost that way to mental health struggles or to just like crazy tragedies and stuff young. So to be even able to get these greats still thriving and able to go to these events and come out and shake the hands, you know what I mean? People who you might have grown up watching as a kid, and they are still here with us, is tremendous. Getting to meet someone like Lex Luger is always a treat because, like, you see, you know, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's good that we should appreciate it.
My whole thing, and that's what my whole thing is. It's like you go to these shows and it's like, oh, you know, so and so's to be there. I mean, like I'll give a great example. In a couple of weeks, actually, the end of October, I think I have the posting here. Okay, I don't. There's a wrestler by the name of Wildfire Tommy Rich. I know for a lot of wrestling fans that name may not sound so familiar, but if you've ever seen, he had a battle with Buzz Sawyer at the NWA title back in the early 80s. You probably YouTube it, but it's called The Last Battle of Atlanta. And he will be at the Battleground show, the end of October, that I'll be at. And it's the 41st anniversary since that match.
And he's wrestling again, or is he going to be there?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's actually
not
wrestling.
Oh, damn. Okay, wow. Have you ever seen, have you ever gotten the treat to see or meet Chip Donovan?
Who?
Chip Donovan. His nephew or something is one of the students at Create a Pro.
Yes. Okay. The guy
something else. Yeah. Oh my God. He's such a sweetheart, and he still wrestles. Yes, he's got the feathered hair still and the gold, and he just walks around backstage in the dressing room, like in the suit. He does the whole thing. Like we would see Ric Flair in like an Evolution promo or something like that. That's Chip Donovan in the back, and he has stories of wrestling like some of these all-time greats. Like got to share a locker room with him once, and he was just a total sweetie in the back. And you everybody's doing their thing or whatever, but he had the stories that you needed to hear. You know, it is great to have those old icons who've been around forever, and that they're still here. And some of them still wrestling. It's cool.
Yeah,
and a lot of that. A lot of that stuff is in the Hall of Fame that you can check out in Albany, New York. Bless our hearts, where it's right there around the corner and open, available to the public.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to put it. I mean, and not only that, I mean, the fact of even with this podcast, getting the opportunity to talk to a lot of these guys and getting a chance to, like, I look at them, like, I'll give you a great example. Going back to when I was at Battleground, and I was talking to Drake Younger, who a lot of people know used to be a referee in WWE. I had a full-blown conversation with him. Another example I can give is, going back to Battleground again. Joe Gertner, same thing. Joe Gertner was poking fun at me. Most people would sit there and be upset, but I'm like, I'm getting roasted by somebody who was from ECW you.
It's an oddly satisfying feeling, isn't it?
It's satisfying, but it's also the coolest feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Because what happened was he's in the storyline right now with the owner, Timothy Ambler, and we had him on the podcast right before the show in July, and all he kept roasting me on is, "Oh, you had me on your show. Why'd you pick Tuesday? You know I have other things to do." Like, start like going off on me.
Well, I mean, we could have rescheduled for dinner or a nap. I was kidding. John, we all love you. We all love you.
I was. Don't worry, because I already heard the jokes in the group chat already.
Yeah. I was too busy. I was at work. I saw that a little bit. They were poking fun. I'm sorry about that on a legit level. You'll bounce back.
And I appreciate that. But yeah, one of them just commented, they're like, make sure you don't fall asleep. I'm like, nope, I'm awake. Trust me.
Yeah, he's there.
Fully awake.
Yeah, got my alarm set, ready to go.
It's funny. It's like I was looking at it as I was looking forward to the show tonight because of everything I dealt with. I was looking at the show as like an escape. Everything. But no, but I mean,
I feel that.
Yeah, limits.
I was hoping that we'd have like a Brady Bunch thing going on at this point. You know what I mean?
I posted it in there.
I know. I wanted there to be a story about a guy named Brady, and like it'd be like Envy, and then like because he's got a whole Brady Bunch story of his own. He could tell. You know what I mean? Without any of us wrestlers involved, but that would have been fun.
We do got a comment coming here from Shamika, who says she got her ticket. You
have to get the tickets. There's a bunch of options. What is it? Front rows tickets. They got that leather. The if you buy them, what is it? General admission, but it's $30 or something, and there's 50 of them, I think. And then one person's gonna get a toy replica of the Dynasty Championship. And like, I saw that post, and I was like, I kind of want to buy a ticket myself and get that toy championship. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the closest I ever get to that Dynasty Championship.
Yeah.
No, but that's cool. That's awesome. And then there's like family 4-packs you can buy, I think too, which I think you save something like $10 off a ticket if you buy 4 of them or something like that. The Linda's smaller.
For some reason, because this is the second person who said it to me, I sound like I'm under what? Do I sound like I'm
You do. I didn't want to say it. I just thought that was your natural sense of being.
No, it's not.
I'll say muffle.
I mean, if I sound that bad, I mean, what I can try to do is I can try to restart. I mean, Dale, if you don't mind holding on the fort for like a minute.
I can hold down the fort, man. I am a talker. I'll talk the Dynasty. I'll just promote. I'll self-promote. Do your thing, man. Whatever you need to. I'm not watching NXT, that's for sure. Nothing against NXT. I just don't have a TV in front of me.
All right, so guys, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go reboot my computer and see if I can fix it. But
okay, so this is Around the Ropes with Taylor One Shot. I don't know what ropes they are. We're doing a Dynasty review. The last everybody from the Dynasty, if you're in this group chat and you're not in this video with us, get in here, talk about us, have fun. Let's be the Dynasty. Let's do it. Let's show everybody. Let's do the cool things. Talk about it. Everything that we did this year, we had a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of amazing things happening soon. Literally August or October 12th is like less than 2 weeks away. It's the 1st. We have 11 days till one of the biggest events in the Capital District. You got the Hall of Fame dinner the next night. We got Bushwhacker Luke. We got Tony Atlas. We got a thumb wrestling match against Dan the Beast Severin and the owner curator, I believe, of the International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, Seth Turner. They're doing a thumb wrestling battle. We got a grudge match, like a long heated grudge match. We got Punk versus Sergeant Fury in a hardcore match, I believe. So that's going to be pretty intense. I don't know why I said hardcore, but I did. So there's that, but I digress. We got Kelly Madsen is going to face, I think, Tina San Antonio. That's going to be a banger. We got a lot of people. Jeff Nova's in action, the shooting star himself. That's going to be good. Young up-and-comer who I had a chance to train with for a few years. Who else was on the flyer? Fox Vineyard. He's going to do something. He was banned at the last show, but he's got beef with Maverick Envy. What's going on with that? What's up with Maverick Envy? He's this kid, and he's hopping over, and he's attacking our wrestlers. What's that about? So is Fox in the wrong for beating up Maverick, for sticking his nose into wrestlers' businesses? Or is Fox in the wrong for just beating up some kid? I don't know. But we're going to find out. Leo might be missing. Leo, I don't know. Where in the world is Leo Lennox? Where could he be? We're going to find that out. He might not be there. It's going to be unfortunate. I might not be there. That's a thing, you know. Don't know where my other queen is. Billy, your friend Billy's going to be there. That's going to be cool. Patches, I'm sure he's going to be there. If you know Johnny Patches, he's a great guy. He does a lot of cool things behind the scenes. Who else we got advertised on the show? Johan Nara, the Dynasty World Heavyweight Champion, is going to be in action, I'm assuming. Is he going to be facing Black Rose? Is that a thing? We've been talking about them like going at it because like Black Rose seemingly won the Altamont Rumble in August, and he's standing there like he won, and then Johan Nara hops back in the ring, the legit one himself, and he goes, "Hey, bucko, I was actually the first entry, and I'm still in this match. You're gone. I'm the winner. I'm the number one contender for my own belt. So maybe we're going to get Johan Nara versus Johan Nara on October 12th. How about that? Huh? I'd watch it. Didn't expect to be the host of Around the Ropes podcast tonight. I was just in the waiting room waiting for everybody else, to be honest with you. But here we are. We're doing our thing. We're holding it down. Like I said, we are Dynasty is collaborating with World of Hurt Wrestling. There's going to be a free event at Dick's in Latham, which used to be a Walmart. So essentially, there's going to be wrestling inside of a Walmart, which is something that I've always wanted to be a part of. That sounds cool to me. But no, that's going to be fun. Enzo Amore is going to be there. Jeff Starr, a lot of great local talent and beyond from World of Hurt Wrestling. Brought to you by Shane Alden, great guy. Wrestled my very first match ever for World of Hurt Wrestling. It was a Rumble. Got to wrestle Nakoma. That was cool. I think John Blaine's coming back. No, he's still making his rounds around the rope. It's a long rope, as you can understand. Enough to. There he is. Heck yeah.
Do I sound bad again? Do I
we were just talking really great stuff, man, and none of it. We weren't talking about you, John Blaine.
I just want to make sure that I don't sound too okay. Apparently, I do.
No, you sound great. It worked.
All right. Let me just go through some of the comments here.
We did a Q&A.
Amanda says that sounds really interesting and fun wrestling inside of a dick. It's not in the store, right?
What?
For the World of Hurt thing.
No, I don't think it's in the store, right? I think, or is it in the parking lot?
I think it might be in the parking lot.
I want it to happen inside of the Field and Stream because it's actually not a Dick's, it's a Field and Stream. It's in Latham, New York. Latham Farms. Yeah, I don't know. Do we not want it inside of the Dick's? I want to be inside of the Dick's wrestling.
Tim says Dynasty is number one.
Facts.
David said I said this many times. I wish I lived in the States. I'd love to see Dynasty live.
You got to come over, man. You got to hop across the pond. Swim if you must.
And Amanda said that weekend is going to be really good. I'm assuming she's talking about the Hall of Fame weekend.
It's stacked. It's stacked and action packed.
Yes. And we got somebody else coming from the Dynasty now. Backstage interviewer, your friend, our friend, the one and only Billy. Billy, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Not much, man. I was just finishing dinner. I'm getting ready to turn NXT on. So how are you? What did I miss? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking?
What did you have for dinner, Billy?
Look at us twinning.
What did you have for dinner?
Sweet potato fries.
And
that's it.
Dino Nuggies! Yeah, she did! Didn't even know it, I guess.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Dino Nuggies.
Heck yeah. Did you put them in the microwave?
No, we use the air fryer.
The only way.
Yeah, I love my air fryer.
Good stuff.
Well played. I was watching, Taylor. Nice way to hold it down. I know you were like,
Thank you.
okay, I'm still on here. I'm done with this.
Yeah, it's like, like I said the other night, it's like when Garth is sitting there on Wayne's World and his head's about to explode.
But you're not Wayne.
What?
I gotta rewatch Wayne's World now.
The
Have to.
big thing I just saw from NXT, unfortunately, I can't get the stream on because the app's not working on my phone right now. We did see a return tonight.
Already?
Yeah. They had the women's match already between Roxanne and Julia, I think it is.
Julia.
And Cora Jade is back.
All right, good. She's freaking promising. I like Cora Jade.
Billy, David chimes in here and goes, "The wolf is in the house."
Ow, ow.
Yes, Dino Nuggets rule.
Of course.
They have spooky nuggets out now. I was going to make a meme about that soon.
I have spooky nuggets too. We bought
Yeah,
them.
you do.
Because I'm like, what makes them spooky? I have to know what's the difference. And they don't really look that much. Some of them are bats, but they kind of just look like dinos.
The repurposed, bent out of shape Dino Nuggets.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to make a mention because John Van Decker's in the room right now? I want to give a shout out to the Front Row Mafia. It was announced yesterday that at the next ISPW show, they are being inducted into the ISPW Hall of Fame. So congratulations, guys. You guys deserve it.
That is way cool. I love those dudes. They're coming to the Dynasty soon. I need them to come to the Dynasty soon.
What's the criteria to join the Front Row Mafia? Can I become a member?
I think so.
Then I'd be in the Hall of Fame retroactively, right?
Yeah, wait a minute, John. Does that mean, because they told us that we were like the Albany and Long Island chapters.
Right? Are you honorary Hall of Famers?
Part of it too, I guess. I'm just saying.
I've been front row a few ISPW shows.
Hey man, I just bought front row tickets and I'm gonna be a fan of the show coming up soon.
Oh.
Ooh. Or will I be in action?
Ooh.
We shall see. But guys, speaking about Jersey wrestling, I do have an announcement to make. I do have to post it here. So here we go. Right before Nightmare at the Mecca happens for Bree Combination, October 20th, I will be doing my usual kickoff show once again. So we got that coming up on October 20th. So guys, you're not going to miss Nightmare at the Mecca. It's going to be a good show. Yes, I know Anthony Gagon will be there. I promise everybody I will behave. I won't say anything stupid.
Yo, he's killing it, man. Dr. Sleep out there, right?
Absolutely. Well, have you seen the video of John getting choked out by him?
No. There's a video of that.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh no.
John's been up close and personal with Dr. Sleep.
Oh yes. Yes, I have. But guys, we're going to show the clip of me getting attacked by Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gagon.
How did I know he was going to have?
First, let me introduce to you the team of Aaron Roxas and Anthony Gagon, Dr. Sleep.
and Amityville.
It was such a great moment. Taylor left the screen. But yeah, that's going to be kind of my thing.
He put me to sleep.
Oh, good plan work. But, we'll talk about that big moment in pro wrestling and that moment where, we can't believe it actually happened. That was my moment right there.
Having a man's hand in your mouth.
I live a very weird life, Billy. You know that.
All right, bro. All right.
No, but I mean, it was just a moment that I'll never forget, and it was definitely. I mean, the funny thing is, we started getting going on Saturday. We went to the NWA show on Long Island, and he was in the opening match, and he didn't recognize me at first because I had my Met hat on, and it wasn't until after the show that he finally realized I was there.
Nice.
I will say this much though. Definitely an experience going to see NWA.
They're streaming 76 right now, right? Or tomorrow?
It's out today.
On X or something?
Yeah, because supposedly
we got our people in there and stuff like that. So anybody who wants, and we're talking about them. So yeah, honorable shout out to NWA 76 of Philadelphia streaming on X right now. Check out our boy Fox Vineyard. Whoop whoop.
I was there live. It was awesome. You should definitely watch it. Very cool. There's a little in-ring moment with Billy Corgan. Pretty cool stuff.
Maybe we get to see Jason somewhere linking around the side.
Yeah, Jason's party. Yeah, try to spot the photographer. See if they cut him out or not.
If you spot Jason, you save $5 at the ticket window. But there's no code.
We never said that.
No. Yeah. Do want to make a mention here. WrestlePro is another company. They had a big show this past Saturday as well. The main event was CPA versus Jinder Mahal, or the wrestler formerly known as Jinder Mahal. I don't know what he's going by now on the independent scene.
What does he go by?
I think he goes by his real name.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is.
I think it's
Raj.
And
he can't use the modern day Maharaja, I don't think either.
But the big moment I saw, because obviously I got the inside scoop, being that I'm friends with Ryan Peterson, and I will say that on here. The Acclaim showed up.
Nice.
In the tag team match. It was the Outrunners versus Devastation Inc. for the tag belts.
Yo, can we book the Outrunners? Sorry.
Right? Yo, throw that
Team
out.
Team up with Fox.
We'll take
a triple threat match. Or don't put Fox in it and make him suffer. Tell me he can't be a part of it. We're putting Jeff Nova in with the Fox Runner.
We're going to put Fox in a shark cage above there.
Yes. He can only reach at the Outrunners and hope to be a part of them.
Apparently they screwed Devastation Inc. over.
Oh, snap.
And people know Devastation Inc. is one of those tag teams you don't want to mess with.
Who's in Devastation Inc.?
That's Trax and Victor Benjamin.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know. Okay.
And then the other
I was blanking.
Because there's another two guys with them, and I can't forget these two guys because if not, one of them is bound to kill me eventually. Sean Donovan and Danny Moff.
I was going to say, you're going to say Danny Moff, aren't you?
You don't want that man after you. Didn't he just win a championship?
Yeah, and Battlefield down in Pennsylvania. But yeah, Danny Moff is one guy you don't want to piss off.
I'm terrified of that man.
You don't want to piss him off. That's why whenever I see him, I always am very respectful to him because The second I piss him off, yeah, I don't think I'd be standing here right now or sitting here right now.
He could be soft and cuddly though too.
I should have pulled this out when we were repping the NWA. How sweet is this? It's an NWA track jacket. It's like a whole tracksuit.
Oh, nice.
It's like Kill Bill.
Super
Kill Billy. Have you ever done the Kill Billy?
Exactly. That's why you knew. That's why
I've done that. I've done that before.
Killed Billy.
Yeah. It didn't look great, but I did it.
We're not going to go into that.
Elseworld.
That's another universe.
Exactly. Alternate universe. This one's just concerned about, in this universe, I'm just concerned about your influence on my friend, Miss DeVille.
No.
I don't know. Y'all make me nervous.
She's doing fine. She's at the castle. She's keeping stuff safe. The shelves are dusted. The children are doing well. The crown's being readjusted. I don't know what's going on. We don't talk every day. We don't talk every day.
Billy, John wants to know, actually, he goes, did I see you wear that to work, Billy?
That, the hoodie, the track jacket? Yeah, I wore it yesterday to work. I posted it. Because we had to wear yellow, and I was like, hell yeah, I have something yellow. I don't really have color normally, so.
Oh, apparently, that's why I can't piss off Danny Mock, because he's a personal friend of the Front Row Mafia.
Oh, yeah. Didn't John Decker got like a picture of him smiling or something once? I swear I thought or maybe that's just something. I don't know. I thought I remember that.
It'll be a fever dream, Billy.
It's probably a fever dream.
But Billy, for you, I was talking to Taylor about it. I just want to get your take. What are some of your favorite moments from the 1 year since the relaunch of Dynasty?
Wow, on the spot, bro.
Or even your favorite Billy moments.
See, I mean, honestly, yeah. This is really, it's more personal, and I hate that. But for real, the first show back, I was doing my first interviews. It was my first night doing backstage interviews. I was terrified. I'd never worked on that side of wrestling before. I've always been just a fan. And I was scared, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. No, maybe I can't. I don't know. I'm really nervous. And Sergeant Fury walked up to me, and he goes, hey, how are the interviews going? And I'm like, haven't really done my first one yet. And he said, screw that. Let's go. We're doing this. And I immediately, right in that moment, felt like a part of the family of the Dynasty. Because he just accepted me. He carried me through the whole thing. It was like a 3-minute promo, and I think I probably said 8 words, but it just made me feel like, okay, I can do this, and I belong, and I'm accepted. And it made me like super stoked to be here. Storyline wise and show, when we're talking the actual show, ooh. Yeah, I can't go into that yet. I have to think about it. Because I don't want to. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
There is no wrong thing in opinion.
Like, I'll put it this way. For me, and I said this to Taylor on Saturday, to me, one of my biggest moments was the heel turn of Miss DeVille joining forces with Taylor. And I say that for one reason. I say that for the fact that nobody saw that coming. Like, I put on the same level as McMahon joining forces with Austin.
I was literally speechless. Like, I stood up.
Billy didn't know.
I didn't know. Yeah, I stood up from commentary. I was like, what?
Yeah, that to me was a big moment. I think another one, I think you got to go back to the first Big Jim Memorial match with Sergeant Fury and HBO. To me, that's a moment, especially with, how that match was very personal for both of them. But that match was really freaking good. I thought the return of Patrick Clark was another big moment.
Well, the debut.
Wrecking Ball versus Brother Jonas. broke
Well,
I was
the
gonna,
freaking
yeah, that's
board.
what I was thinking about too. That was Wrecking Ball and Brother Jonas was rough.
They literally broke the board. That oof, Brother Jonas. That might have been why he retired.
Oh,
It wasn't. It wasn't.
it wasn't, but that it could have been.
Yeah.
Speaking of breaking things, my first night on commentary, my commentary table got busted open by Sergeant Fury and Punk, and we're gonna see more of that on the 12th. Those guys, how insane is that rivalry?
Yeah, those guys may have got a little insane due to a podcast, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's
Just miss me with that BS.
no. I mean, I gotta agree.
Stewart's
Though. I
coffee,
think,
you got it. You got your Stewart's coffee, Billy? Hell yeah! I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Or do you just reuse the cup and it's like it makes you feel like home again?
No,
Got her.
you know what? I legit have reused them before. Like where I'm like, oh crap, yeah. I've reused
We've
them.
all been there. We've all been there.
I'm not ashamed. But this one is fresh. No.
Good. I went to Stewart's the other day to Flyer. Got a coffee. Free coffee day, they said.
It was free coffee day Sunday, yeah.
Free coffee day. It made me think of Blackwell. Who's going to be at the show on October 12th, who he loves his free Stewart's coffee. Fun
I love
fact.
that.
I won't tell the story, but that's all.
Who freaking killed it at the library program, by the way. Blackwell, the kids were all about some Captain Hook.
He's perfect for that.
He was so good, guys. Like I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go over wrestlers and kids and like I don't know these guys in that. But yeah, it was great. He brought his own like eye patches for all the kids.
He's got gimmicks. From knowing him at PIW, he has a lot of gimmick tables and he does well.
He's great. It was really good. I was very entertained.
yeah,
And he's a good guy too, so there's that. We're glad to have him part of the Dynasty. He's honestly done some good stuff. I believe he does some of the graphic design work.
I think it's all a blur.
It's all a dream.
It was all a dream. That was a hell of a show, man.
Yeah, that was.
That was another big moment too. Just randomly running into Jay Lethal backstage the first time. Like, what? I literally did a double take. Like, that's insane. It was awesome.
We did like a 40-minute heart-to-heart on the couch. That was hilarious as F. We both too long to air. It was too long to air. No, me and you.
Oh, me and you. Oh, I thought you were. Oh, yeah, we did. It was a very good.
The Rita Chatterton one, yeah. It was good.
That was a very good one. I have definitely got some really good interviews that unfortunately like we haven't put out. Like maybe one day I've honestly thought about putting like a TikTok or something out and just putting clips from all my different interviews.
I released the unaired you interviewed me at Marlboro after I had attacked Christina Marie. And mid the interview, Christina wallops on me. And then you just finish the interview like a consummate professional. You move on from me and you start interviewing Christina mid after the attack. Unaired.
She was leaving and I wanted to get something before she left and
I wasn't even offended.
It's all about giving the people what they want, Taylor. That's what I do. That's why I'm everybody's friend.
Yeah. I feel you. John, you got to tell the story, man. You're getting choked out from Dr. Sleep.
No, as far as with me and Dr. Sleep, I'll tell the story quickly. At the Breed Combination show back in March, he lost the Grand Dragon title to Jay Bougie.
Oh, Bougie.
In one hell of a match. And basically, later on, after the match, he pulled Anthony Cole into the ring. And basically got pissed off at Cole that why didn't he promote him as the champion when he promoted all these other people, like Blonde Force Trauma, Darius Carter, and all them. He then Gangone attacked Cole with the Mandible Claw. So now they're kind of going at it right now. So we had Gangone on the show right after that, I think. And one of my first questions to Gangone was, if you felt like management wasn't promoting you the right way, why couldn't you take it upon yourself to promote yourself on your social media accounts?
Right, do it yourself.
Gangone, the person, liked it. Gangone, the character, hated it. And proceeded to then decided he wanted to attack me in the middle of a Titan ring on a very hot day, by the way. I do have to make a mention of that. It was very hot that day.
Very hot that day.
Yes. Especially when you're on down on the boardwalk and you're down in Seaside High. It's the end of August. And you're trying so hard not to sweat badly because we have to make sure we wash our stuff, because I just saw HBO's comment section.
Wash your gear.
Yep. And
shout out HBO. Oh, is HBO gonna? Have we heard about that? Is he gonna be at the next show?
He was here in the group chat earlier.
What?
He said how cool. He said how cool I was. You can quote me on that, and then he left real quick.
Oh, that was cool. It's the whole purpose. The whole reason he came in.
That's definitely what he did. He didn't do anything else.
That made sense.
I mean, he was also checking to make sure I was awake.
To check.
We set his alarm. The alarm was not set to a separate knob, so we're good.
She said knob.
John got it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are those your lights, Billy? Okay. No, you have like this light. It's the ring. I thought you had that in your room for a second. I was like, that's pretty cool, Billy. What you got going on back there?
Oh,
it was the around the ropes blue lights?
Yeah, that's just naturally around me. No.
I thought it was. I'm not wearing my glasses.
No, I just have a boring wall behind me.
We got Mikey Cheese on the show now too. Not in this show, but I mean, I mentioned it briefly as a rumor when we did our podcast.
Yeah, sorry, you kind of chopped up for a second.
Oh, I do that sometimes when I'm talking cheese. I chop.
I was gonna say chop cheese.
Yo, hey, it's New York. Michael Cheese will be in the house. He's a good guy. He's the Gouda guy. In fact, if you don't know Michael, he works for World of Hurt. And what is it, XWA? I mean, Michael Cheese is a great guy. I got to train with him for a little bit. He's a solid dude. Very creative, very cheesy. The kids love him.
I've seen him perform once. I don't think I've ever met him personally, so I'm looking forward to it.
He's ooey and gooey and cheesy, and he's got the hat. The kids love him. I mean, it's a perfect gimmick, honestly. You know what I mean? You're colorful, and he is it. And I'm pretty sure he's a chef as well, too.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, Michael Cheese.
On a quick side note, NXT, we are getting new titles apparently.
Oh,
they're gonna get the wing.
I have it on now. Sorry, I just found it.
Yeah, because I'm just seeing that. Unfortunately, I can't get the stream through my TV. I have to go watch it later. But yeah, supposedly Hunter showed up tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Miz TV is happening right now. That's what's happening right now in NXT.
Oh, you mean the now heel Miz?
Yeah, I'm not happy with him. The Miz is always been one of my favorites, and he punched one of my other favorites.
Isn't he a heel? Isn't that what he does?
He wasn't though, because he was with R-Truth. They were doing the Awesome Truth thing. They were tagging, and he turned on R-Truth last night on Raw.
No one should turn on R-Truth. That's my man, K Quick.
That's it's truth, man.
Yeah, I go way back when. I still call him K Quick from WCW. I can't shake that.
They're Killings, but Kid Quick. Yep.
Yeah. Killings was NWA TNA. Yeah. I love me some K-Quick, man. He had some good kicks back then. Oh,
Hey, I want to give a
90s.
shout out to TNA. They just announced their main event for Bound for Glory the end of this month. I think it's the end of this month. Nick Nemeth defends the title against Joe Hendry.
You think Joe's got it, right? Joe's got the
Realistically, I
momentum.
think now would be the perfect time
Deserves
to
it.
pull the trigger. I think you got to pull the trigger now with him. Because, not saying that I think his 15 minutes of fame is.
Is it because you believe in him?
Well, yes, and also I'm of the mentality. I see what you did there. I'm of the mentality you put the belt on the hottest person in the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we've seen Joe Hendry. I mean, they just did a signing for him a couple of weeks ago for the Wrestling Universe down in Queens, New York, and they ended up. I think the line went around the building for him. So I think at this point, it makes perfect sense to put the belt on him.
You should. And then, especially with him feuding with Ethan Page, it would be perfect for the two of them to feud as champions against each other.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
You know what I mean?
I still have my theory. Once Joe Hendry's contract is up with TNA, he'll be going to WWE. It's inevitable.
They're gonna snap. He's a great guy and he's super nice. I made him a coffee one time and I said, "Hey Joe, that is a great song." And he said, "Hey, that's a great coffee."
That's the
He's a great guy.
perfect story.
It really is. It was before he blew up. Before the song blew up too. It was at the Armory in Albany. Good time. Great guy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's my Joe Hendry story. Everybody's got one.
It's true. I went. Winston and I, my 16-year-old, and I went to meet him recently, not too long back at Heroes Hideout, and we were maybe
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. But shout out Steve because he's awesome. Anyway, I got distracted by an NXT. That was horrible. I always do that. I can't focus on TV and talk on the stupid camera. This is why I don't do watch-alongs. Anyway, so Joe Hendry. Yeah, so a couple people before us, it was a family with a little kid. And the little kid apparently had mentioned something about he liked Mark Henry a lot. And he thought, and he was say, "I believe in Mark Henry." And something like that. So anyway, I guess Joe tried to call Mark Henry and couldn't get through or whatever. So when Winston and I walk up, Joe Hendry's phone is ringing and it's Mark Henry.
Oh shit.
FaceTiming Joe Hendry in the middle of the store. And so we barely talked to him. I'm like, no, go. So he went to that little kid and they talked with him. It was the cutest moment.
I've met Mark Henry twice, actually. Down to earth. Very down to earth. There's actually a picture. I got to see if I can find it. From when Busted Open did their 10-year anniversary special, right?
Mm-hmm.
The WrestleMania 35 weekend. And they were in New York City, and I was there. And there's a picture where you see Dave, you see everybody on the couch, and then right over the shoulder, Mark Henry, you see my goofy face.
The floating head of John Blaine.
I
got to meet Mark Henry's son one time. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
The one with the one he had with Mae Young. It's the hand. That's my joke.
I met his. That was a good one.
His son was at the Hall of Fame, and then I was, oh, you're talking about.
I forgot he had it. Yeah, no, I was talking about the hand. He's doing great.
Shout out to Mae Young, man. She killed that. That was so hilarious.
The only deserving celebratory half of that tag team.
Hell yeah, agreed. Yeah, Mae Young's my girl.
The other match that we're getting at Bound for Glory, and I can tell you right now, this one's going to be a good one. For the TNA Digital Media Championship and the International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. At a Monsters Ball match, PCO defends both titles against Matt Cardona.
Ooh. I love Carl. Carl's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You shocked him.
I brought him back to life. He's a
Yeah,
sweetie.
you shocked him. You're shocking.
I burned him in the test
Oh, shit.
the night before. So I have a picture of it too, like, because he was like, Taylor, I want you. Everybody was like afraid to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. It was ridiculous because when I go there, I go to do cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to shock PCO. And I'm like, guys,
We're
he's
talking about
down for
Taylor
it.
working with TNA, by the way.
Yeah. He, sorry,
You didn't just randomly start shocking.
sometimes he was like down for it, and he was like, and so I jumped on it. Of course, I'm going to jump on everything. That's what I do. You know what I mean? And he was like, just burn me with it. Just you want to put them down all the way, and I do it, and then it freaking like zap burns him, and he literally the next day when we do it for the real show, he's got like a scar like this freaking big, and I was like, oh my god, and I thought I was going to be like dead to the world or whatever, and he was like, it's okay, Taylor. Nothing to worry about. It's gonna make the show better. When we do it, we do this instead. It's going to be great. No worries. He is a sweetie.
That's awesome.
He's so calm too, and he's got that French Canadian sweetheart voice. It's just reassuring, is what it is.
I stood next to him, and WrestleMania weekend, he was down at the 2300 Arena. And I was backstage, and I was standing next to him. And for a guy who has been wrestling as long as he is in very good shape. I will say that.
He's another one of those guys, like we were talking earlier.
How old is he?
Eternal.
I'll tell you in a second.
No, that may.
No.
Best answer. Don't even. That's the best answer.
Eternal.
Yeah, that works. That works.
He's French Canadian. He'll never die.
But Taylor, we were talking about
that a thing?
Before,
really?
I have no clue. I just made it up.
But we were talking about that before, though, Billy, before you hopped in here, that the fact that we can still get a lot of these guys from back in the day who are still wrestling now and who are still killing it.
We forget that he's one of them because he's still in one of the top places.
Yeah. I mean, he's been wrestling, I think since the 80s, actually.
Yeah. I mean, even if you were to take a name like a Mickey James or a Bubba, or a Bully rather, he's been around still way longer, you know? And they've been around for a very long time. They're legends in their own right.
Yeah, he debuted in 87.
I was in kindergarten.
I wasn't even thought of yet.
Shut up, John.
Hold on. I was asleep.
I was born in 89. 89.
Ooh.
I mean, 1997. I'm still a young wrestler, and I'm young. Book me.
Totally.
HBO has a Mark Henry story. He said Mark Henry told him he liked the tie that I wore to my first AEW event.
Hell yeah. I saw that event. I was in the crowd. You killed it. You were with Rick Recon and I forget who else.
Oh. Yeah, who else? I was there too.
Yeah.
In the crowd.
I didn't even know you like that. I remember Fox was in the back and he's like, oh, dude, you're proof.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is kind of cool. Like when I realized how many shows a lot of people I've met through the Dynasty, we were all at all these WWE events, all these AEW events. Taylor, you and I saw you a million times in line at like signings and things.
And stuff. Marking it up. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, we were killing it. And that's just cool though. We gravitated towards each other. You know what I mean?
It was awesome.
And who would have thought that us just like needing fellow like semi-autistic people to commune with in line while we're waiting for signatures on toys. You know what I mean? We would end up here in this position. To know and not say anything, but you had no aspirations at the time to be like backstage personality / commentator at that time.
No.
And I had always like wanted to be a wrestler, but did I think that it was going to be like reality back then? No. And look at us now. And John, you're newer to wrestling in general, right?
I mean, I was a fan. I came back to wrestling. WrestleMania 30 was when I came back into the world. But as far
So
as
you did the classic leave and come back.
well, I stopped watching in 02. Yeah, around 02.
After WCW was won. Everybody, there was a mass exodus. We all left, man. We all
And
left.
then
I hung out for a couple more years, but then gone.
Then I remember the first show I came back watching was Hell in the Cell 2013. Because I think, if I remember correctly, that was the one that R-Truth was on the poster for. I think it was R-Truth or Ryback, one of them. But what gravitated me back into it was Bryan Danielson and his storyline with going into WrestleMania 30.
Oh yeah, the whole Yes movement.
And ever since then, I've literally been a diehard fan. And when I started this show 3 years ago, I would never have thought I would have gotten the opportunities I've gotten. So it's insane what this wrestling world gives you.
Got to put in the work. Gotta want it, kids. Gotta want it.
That's an understatement on that one. But
you
I do also want to
you gotta eat poop. You gotta, do what's best for everybody sometimes. And you gotta realize that some things you say is stupid sometimes because we're all hot-headed and we don't get enough sleep because we're all at the gym all the damn time and working jobs and stuff.
You actual wrestlers. I can't.
And we're grinding and
somebody holds
out
a microphone like me, just probably not at the gym that much. Not gonna lie.
But I also want to make the mention, I know I mentioned this beforehand, but the show tonight is actually dedicated to a WWE Hall of Famer who we just lost earlier this week.
Pete Rose.
Yep.
The Cincinnati kid.
What was your favorite WW Pete Rose moment? Was it him getting chokeslammed by Kane or him getting chokeslammed by Kane?
It's definitely him getting chokeslammed by Kane.
It's one of my favorites.
Let me rephrase that answer. Ready? Ask me the question again.
What is your favorite wrestling Pete Rose moment?
It's gotta be Kane.
That's gotta be Kane.
Boy.
Vinnie Mac was a great ringside commentator. Oh. Not to throw any positive praise on Vinnie Mac.
But he,
he did good. I mean, never appreciated him as a ringside commentator until after the fact.
But I will say this much. I did not know Pete Rose was the first celebrity inducted into the Hall of Fame for WWE.
Makes sense.
He was the first.
He wasn't the first, celebrity, but he was the first to be the first because he was the first. Did anyone do in-ring before him? No, Zeus did.
Yeah, but I don't know if Zeus counted because he
was Lawrence Taylor did wrestling. He had that match against Bam Bam.
Oh, and we're talking. Oh, also, Mr. T.
Mr. T. Yeah. But still, being the first in the Hall of Fame makes sense, kind of, sort of, because it was like the Attitude Era. It was an Attitude Era moment with Kane. It was big.
And unfortunately,
putting Pete Rose into a Hall of Fame in general has its own controversy in and of itself.
Exactly. Do you think he's okay? You want to talk sports balls, John?
I had a feeling you were going to ask me this.
Do you think Pete Rose is gonna? You think they'll put him in the baseball Hall of Fame?
Do you want to bet on your own team that he's going to get into the Hall of Fame?
I said this before. I think he should have years ago.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and not to dive too much into sports on this because I can go the whole hour.
Because I'll go to sleep.
Yes. But no, I completely agree. I mean, the fact the guy has the most career hits in all of baseball and basically was banned, and everybody said it for years, that the only way he'll get in is when he dies. So,
I mean, hot take. Does the Baseball Hall of Fame matter? Because the only Hall of Fame that matters is the International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame that is collaborating with the Dynasty in 2 weeks on October 12th in Albany, New York at the Linda. The only Hall of Fame that matters, people. You heard it here. You heard it now. Around the Road podcast. Billy can't even sit down anymore. She can't contain herself. Tickets are on sale. PurplePass.com. Bushwhacker Luke's going to be there. Dan Severin, Billy, John Blaine will not be there.
Unfortunately. And
That's my promo.
That
Best
was
Taylor Red promo you've seen in weeks.
We'll be there.
Yep. Look
See
at that.
that
Look
going?
at this beautiful flyer. Isn't that pretty?
I'm being yelled at from my neighbors. They said stop yelling.
Oh.
Take your meds.
But let me go to some of the comments here because apparently I'm in trouble.
That sounds right. I mean, we all saw the group chat today, John. We know you're in trouble. Come on, man.
No, not because of that. Not because of that. I should have gone to the comment beforehand. Yeah.
She just shut the door on me. I'm too loud.
Because I made some Ohio comments.
Oh man.
That's not cool.
What's from Ohio? What's
This
cool
girl.
from Ohio? Oh,
This
hey.
girl.
But she came to New York though, right?
11 years ago.
But yeah, I might have said some stuff, but
Don't do that, man.
no, I can't say anything bad about Ohio.
Did we got anybody else coming in? Can we get this Brady bunch growing?
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
posted-
distracted by actual watching wrestling because above all else,
Is it
I'm
good?
a fan.
What's going on over there? Are there any cool spots for me to take?
Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a women's tag match right now. I don't really follow NXT that much, so I'm trying to figure out who's who.
They have a lot of younger women for sure.
Young and new, yeah.
And not all of them are gonna make it through and break through, but some of them are gonna be there to help the other ones grind and you know what I mean, polish themselves off, which that's wrestling.
There, I do know the women's North American champion, Leilani
That's cool.
Jordan. Is that her name?
Kalani Jordan.
Sure.
Kaylani Jordan, yeah. I'm thinking of Leilani. Anyway, she's doing commentary, right? She's sitting in on commentary right now, and she's amazing. I've watched her matches; they're all good. But yeah, I don't know who this is. If anybody's watching that knows who's on right now, tell me because I'm learning.
It's a lot of wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, there is.
You could be a hardcore Joshi fan or something and never even seen any of this stuff.
Which, yeah, you have to pick and choose. I can't follow everything. So, NXT, I haven't really followed that well in a long time. Fatal Influence is this one tag team.
Oh, that's what's her face?
I recognize the one chick. I'm blanking on her name.
Is that
Gigi
Gigi?
Jade, I think?
Is that her? Or no? Was she in? I don't know. I don't keep track of NXT. I'm sorry. I know Ethan Page is there.
I know.
Unfortunately, I haven't kept track of NXT for the last 3 years because I'm usually doing something else on Tuesday nights.
Now Booker T is the guy who says "Ducky, Ducky," right? That's him.
Shucky
Yes.
Ducky.
Booker T.
Speaking of Booker T, I met him at the
Yeah,
International
Booker T
Pro Wrestling
show?
Hall of Fame, who is teaming up with the Dynasty for that show on October 12th.
Not August 12th.
Not August, October.
Okay.
It's
Shamika just said, who was it? Jada Parker.
She's
and
a
Lola
sweetheart.
Vice.
He loves
Lola
her
Parker
for some
and
Black
Lola
Rose.
Vice versus Fatal Influence. Thank you. Lola Vice is the other one I recognized.
Yeah. Lola. And it's funny. I think both of them. I think Jada Parker and Lola Vice are going to be two women once they do come up to the main roster, and I think they're going to do very well. I really hope. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised they kept the belt on Roxanne tonight. I'm being honest.
She's been there for a while.
Well, I'm saying that because I thought tonight would have been the night that she would have dropped the belt to Julia and then had her go up to the main roster.
She's young, but she's already has like that pedigree and that exposure and experience. She was Ring of Honor's champion. Roxy, yeah. You know, she was, I think, the last women's champion of like the official Ring of Honor proper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once, like, that was one of the ones where they were like, yoink, we're taking her, please. And before Tony Khan could come in and swoop up the whole company.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Tony Khan with Ring of Honor.
Yo, but Ring of Honor is coming to Albany, guys. And, like, a bunch of people just debuted at Ring of Honor in their Massachusetts outing.
When is Ring of Honor coming?
Well, they do Ring of Honor tapings during Collision. After Collision. They do it after Collision before.
Okay.
So, like, I'm hopeful to see some of our people get opportunities. You know, there's always the super fingers crossed and stuff like that, and being the super hopeful person that I am in life.
I'm putting that positive vibe out to all our peoples too, because that's awesome.
I saw two women who I have worked both of them debut for Ring of Honor at the last show. Livia Vale and Christina Murray debuted for Ring of Honor. And I worked both of them in the last year, so I could get squashed in a minute on Ring of Honor in my hometown.
You're down for that?
I could do that.
I could totally do that.
I'm good. I'll be there, and my gear bag will be in my car, is all I'm saying.
There you go. Make it happen. Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, I know you watch this podcast.
If you do, call me.
Call me. Call Billy. She has my contact.
Speaking about Tony Khan, I want to get you guys' take quickly on what we saw at Grand Slam last week, because we are about to hit the 5th anniversary of Dynamite. Was it today? Well, I know tomorrow's the show.
Well, in my mind, it's today, right? October 1st, right? Am I wrong? Or is this the second? It's the second?
I think it's the second, because I know the big match that they're talking about is Ricochet and Ospreay for the international title.
God,
well, I think that's just in the show, but I think October 1st is the actual anniversary. Yeah. Because that is also my anniversary. 6 years strong. They're 1 year behind me.
Hell yeah, 5. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if you follow Facebook lore. One Taylor shot.
I do want to get your guys' take, though, because Grand Slam was last week, and it was an interesting show.
What did Tony Khan do?
And what happened?
Sorry. You asked what Tony Khan did there, right? At the Grand Slam?
Yeah, because I personally think, and I hate to say this, I think we're about on the verge of seeing the end of Bryan Danielson as a full-time wrestler.
Well, it's definitely happening. This is the final countdown. There's a reason they splurged on the final countdown.
But I think, unfortunately, I think they kind of made it obvious who it's going to be to retire him. Moxley. It's because I was thinking John Cena,
right?
Another Cincinnati kid.
But I just think the way they shoot him in to that match with Darby and had him win the fashion. I mean, it was great, but I'm like, yeah, once they did it that way, yeah, it's almost impossible that he doesn't walk out of Wrestle Dream on the 12th. Yeah, because Wrestle Dream's coming up on the 12th with that AEW World Heavyweight title. To me, there's no other way. You're not going to have this faction, which we still don't know, by the way, the name of this faction, what the purpose of this faction is. And I just look at it as you're not going to, I mean, we saw it with Undisputed Kingdom. Adam Cole's group back in late last year when they had this whole reveal, and then all of a sudden that group went nowhere.
Was that because Adam Cole
injuries too?
Well,
injured
yeah,
and
but
stuff.
yeah, he was injured. But then I know for a while they had Roderick Strong with the international title. They dropped that. I think Taven and
They did
Bennett.
a pretty decent run with Roderick Strong with the whole neck strong crap. Like
Yeah.
that was actually
That next strong was life, man. I was in it. It was me, him, and Tony Khan. We met
Yep.
for lunch.
I mean, it's funny. Shamika makes a very good point here. They just put people together and don't explain it. Why is he with Marina?
I
He's
I
married.
was kind of shocked with Marina Shafir. She's kind of like become his like bodyguard almost. Moxley's.
Roddy Strong and Marina Shafir are married.
Right, but I'm saying like why? But she's with Moxley now.
Oh yeah. Well, she's the
storyline.
tough girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it just,
see,
I think it's just they're building the faction, and I think they need it. If they're gonna have a bad, I think she's a great fit for the faction. It looked weird the first time she just came out with Moxley. Like it wasn't like a group, so it just kind of felt like very valet-ish.
So you think they like downwashed her with that for a little bit in that moment?
I don't know. It
Or
just felt weird. Like
drama?
it didn't feel like Marina Shafir at first, you know? And then I'm like, and then, as soon as she got involved and kicked some ass, you're like, okay.
Like, I'll put it this way. I know her chops hurt because I've felt it. Unfortunately. Not going to mention where, but
she's like not from, but like lived in like Troy for a number of years, correct? When she was, that's a part of the Marina Shafir history, if I believe I remember correctly. No?
I don't know. I'm not from here originally, so I don't.
That's right. You guys are both implants. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Like she wasn't born here, but she lived in Troy for like maybe a solid 10 spot. You know, like how like Bobby Fish, you know what I mean, came from out of here and stuff.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Because when she did that whole, most people didn't understand when she was at AEW in Albany. She was trying to say like, "You people, you know me," but most people didn't realize that she was from here and had spent like and that went. Whew.
It didn't really, went over everybody's heads.
I mean, I'll put it this way: when she came out with Moxley, it actually dawned on me that I forgot she was still with the company.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe sometimes you need the rest so you can build up your character and get good and stuff.
No,
and
I get that. And then in other AEW news, looks like the Lucha Brothers are not leaving AEW so fast.
Oh yeah, because FedEx has so much on his contract from the injury.
Yeah.
Or Ray Phoenix.
And a lot of people are saying
he really messed up his leg that one time with Dante Martin.
It was like going the wrong direction. Yeah.
And somebody made a great comment because apparently a lot of WWE fans were getting pissed off because everybody thought Lucha Brothers were coming to WWE. And everybody's like, I can't believe AEW did this. And everybody's like, then people are like, wait a second. How many times does WWE do this?
How many times have those same people in the tribalistic nature downgraded those wrestlers just to downgrade them in tribalistic warfare? And only like them now because they're coming to their team.
Well, I'll go a step further.
Stop being tribalism. We're all friends with each other. You know?
I mean, we saw on Raw last week when
Jade Cargill just showed up at this, by the way. Oh, and Bianca Belair. Sorry, that was pretty cool. I saw it in the corner of my eye.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. But no, I think the problem is you get a lot of people who are like, oh, I can't believe this happened. Why would you do this to Ray? And everybody's like, wait, didn't WWE do this for years? Or also, somebody's contract was up, and it was, well, we got to add another year to your contract. Why? Oh, well, you were injured for 6 months of it.
There's a lot of like angles to look at it from. You know what I mean? Like, as a worker, you want that freedom and you want people to be able to go everywhere and stuff like that. But then you also understand contracts and people getting the value of their deal and all that other stuff. And like, I get it. You know, you want to get the best bang for your buck and what you paid for and stuff like that. But you also want to. You should never want to hold business back from the other guy. I hate that. I do hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
That's why I'm pretty sure they're trying to end, or they're ending the that thing where when your contract expires, like you can't. What is it?
The
Exclusivity.
non-compete. The non-compete.
Yeah, that thing's stupid. That thing's stupid. That's
yeah.
Yeah, you have to
It's
wait 90 days
universally-
or whatever. Yeah,
In
depending
any
on
line of work, to be told that you can't make money in the thing that you train, like any field of work, to be like, hey, you can't make money in the thing that you make money in.
Well, I think
Stupid.
that just got outlawed.
Pretty
couple
sure.
months ago,
Yeah.
I think.
Not to get political on this podcast, but
No. It's hey, we were talking about sports before, so we talk everything here. But when you look at because I remember WWE did that for years, where they would always be like, okay, your contract's got to be up, but that was more of a Vince McMahon thing, more than because you don't see that now with Triple H. I mean, great example with what's his face, Bobby Lashley. His contract was up. They knew he was going to AEW. They let him go.
they're friendlier now.
Yeah,
WWE is doing a lot of things to make themselves really appealing, and they're the ones they let AEW do that. Like, hey, we're cool, we're bringing people in thing, and now they're kind of doing it, but with like TNA and stuff. But TNA is like the back door where they could essentially bring in any indie talent and say, hey, it's a TNA guy.
Exactly.
That's true.
Funny
If
part
they want it.
Yeah, no, I get that. The funny part is though, you look at the two guys who are running NXT and like the main roster, and you would never have thought 20 years ago that the two guys would be leading the biggest company are Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah. I mean, they were
How
kind of
much-
running it in different ways beforehand, on the talent end.
Yeah.
They were anti-authority 20 years ago, and now they're authority.
They've had
That's
pull.
what happens, man.
Yeah.
Look at every old punk rocker ever. They're all like hardcore. I don't want to get into politics. Never mind. I'm going to stop. You write song lyrics where it's like,
Well, I will say this:
"You better
talking
get
about
the
punk
system,"
rock for a
and then
hot
you end
second.
up with the system.
And then you join the system.
Yeah. Like everybody I know from like hardcore music and stuff like that. That's why I don't vibe with them now. Because I'm like, brother, I sing your song lyrics and that ain't it. But I digress.
We could go into a music.
No, I will say this much though. Talking about punk rock for a second. I was on Sunday night. I went to go see Post Malone at Jones Beach, and for a second I thought some of his music, some of the stuff he was singing, he turned everything into rock.
Yeah, when you said
Which was
punk
the
rock, I thought
funniest
you were gonna be like, I saw Social Distortion or something.
Yeah, no.
You're down in the city, man. You could see all the real punk rock bands, man. You can be like CBG and stuff.
Everybody says that. It's still an hour from where I live to get to New York City.
Yeah. But there's a lot of places. There's the bands that still play a lot of places. New Jersey, just outside the city and stuff. I don't know where you are, man. Are you on the island? You're on the island.
Yeah, I'm
on the island, right?
Outside of Riverhead, like by Montauk. Like I'm.
And I know where those places are. As a New Yorker, I know where those places are.
Yep, that's why people laugh at me. They're like, "Oh, what show do you have this week?" And I'm like, well, I have a 3-hour car ride to another show. Hey, done it before.
Hey, I'm going through like live wrestling show withdrawal hardcore right now. Like it's 2 weekends in a row. I'm pretty sure this coming is my third weekend in a row of no wrestling. Live. Yeah, there's stuff on TV, but
it's different.
You come to training with us. Me and Fox and Rando might be doing some training if you want to join us. You can just watch us sweat.
I love watching people sweat.
I'm not allowed to actually throw these invites out because I don't even know if I'm allowed, but I'm gonna be
I
there.
got you.
Yeah, all I know is I think I have maybe only a couple of shows left for the year, live shows. And then I have another company I'm working with now called OWR, based in Connecticut.
Connecticut, yes, I love them. Yes. I mean, I've never worked with them, but I've already chitty-chatted.
They are in by the Yukon area.
I don't know exactly. I met her in Maine. She's a sweetheart.
Well, the funny thing is, I was friends with her probably for years now, and we've never connected. And it was actually because last week on the show I had Jay Outcast on here, and he shouted her out, and we started talking, and she's like, well, you know, something about coming up for a show on November 2nd. I was like, yeah, why not? I'll come up there for a show. So I'll be up in Connecticut November 2nd.
What part of Connecticut is it?
Tell you in a second. Because I looked it up.
Like there can't be a promotion within like that within the couple states just touching us that I haven't been to. Come on now, what is this?
In her fan sphere, which is a wide range.
Give me a second. I have to. It's in here. I just gotta look for it now. Okay, and for anybody who doesn't know, OWR is Outcast Wrestling Revolution.
Outcast Wrestling Revolution.
Yeah, they are
OWR. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, that's happening October 2nd. I have the freaking post here. I just gotta find it now.
Where's this? Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a sweetie.
Is that Cindy Hart?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I have heard of her, and yeah, no, awesome. I do want to check them out.
Yes, they are.
Pretty sure our Dynasty champion Johans worked for them, right?
Yes. She's a super sweetheart, super positive, like just like, you know what I mean? Like the day I met her in the locker room, she was like helping me with my attire and stuff like that for my match and stuff like that, which is just like that, you know, that's one of the things I love about a women's locker room is that powerful force where people come together, especially if you've never met them before.
Yeah, I have the poster right here right now. I mean, tickets are cheap. Tickets are $20 for general admission. They're doing 2 fundraisers for the show, and we're actually going to have Sydney on the show on Thursday. Thursday night. So you're not going to want to miss that.
Awesome.
Some of the people on the show, from what I'm looking on the poster, PJ Savage, if you know of him from Jersey.
They got Tiffany Avatar on there.
Yep, Tiffany Avatar will be there. So Sarah Jane, I know she does a lot of stuff down in the Pennsylvania area. So
Sarah Jane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the week beforehand, I got Battleground. So it's
Are you still doing commentary for Battleground, John? Awesome. That's very cool, man.
Yeah, can't wait to be back down there, especially for the matches that they have coming up. And actually, I can pull up the matches now because I think they pretty much solidified all the matches.
Love that.
I'll put it this way. My mouth dropped on the floor when I read half these matches.
I caught that, Taylor.
No, I don't do things. Stop, you.
All right, here we go. Christian Ross takes on Masada in a Philadelphia street fight. We also have this one. I feel sorry for anybody who has front row seats for. Sholak takes on Drake Younger in a dog collar match for the Street Fight Championship.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, that's gonna be a bloody one to say the least. Also, we have. Oh, here we go. Here's the actual card right here. course, not let me pull up the entire card. Shocker. Oh, at the meet and greet, Scott Steiner's going to be there.
Ooh. The good trainer.
Then we also have, here we go. Okay, I have the entire card now, thank God. For the BCW World Championship, B-Boy, who is making his first appearance back at the ECW Arena in over 10 years, takes on Dynamite Kid and VSK in a triple threat match.
Now, when we say Dynamite Kid,
Tommy Billington.
It's his son.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I did see that, actually. Okay, yeah. Yep.
This one I am freaking can't wait for. Casey Navarro takes on Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Has Shelton hit the independent circuit like that?
This is his first appearance up in the Northeast.
Ooh. First in the Northeast, but not the so he has been on the independents though, but still
like
Northeast is
sporadic here and there. But yeah, this is like I think the closest he's been is North Carolina.
Ooh, he's got to be one of the hottest free agents.
Carolina.
Then we have a Halloween House of Horrors match featuring Evil Nate taking on Wildfire Tommy Rich. Now, I was explaining beforehand, Wildfire Tommy Rich is known for having one match, the last Battle of Atlanta back in 1981, him versus Buzz Sawyer for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I mentioned before about Shellac and Drake Younger. Christian Ross takes on Masada. In women's action, there'll be triple threat women's action. Vicious Vicky takes on Gabby Ortiz, and Danny Mo, as Danny Mo will be defending her BCW Women's Championship. And Alec Olden, who obviously he was in Dynasty back in February.
Dream.
Yep. Takes on some guy, you might have heard of him. Formerly known as Elias.
Or Ezekiel?
Elijah now.
Elijah.
I got what you said there. Then
do we take a stroll with him or something?
Just take a stroll. Go skipping with Elijah.
Then in triple threat in a 6-man tag match, Blackout takes on the team of Crowbar, Kincaid, and Facade.
Okay. I like Facade.
Yeah.
Crowbar and Facade are together, you said?
Yep.
That's cool.
And Joe Gertner will be revealing his mystery client.
Well.
It's Billy.
Actually, here's the funny thing. Mention about Tommy Rich, going back to the story we were talking about before. Tommy Rich is 68 years old.
Whoa. Hey, what's up, Tim? Shout out. That's crazy.
And
68?
also, yeah. Do you want to make another mention, by the way? After the meet and greet, so the way they're doing is they're having a meet and greet first from 11 to 3, or I think 11 to 4, and then the show is at night. Thanks to Eric Sims, I am actually having the opportunity to sit down with Tommy Rich for an exclusive on this podcast on that day.
Heck yeah, that should be cool. I think you're going to do it live.
Look what I made.
It's nice.
Then I should also mention we got Bree Combination coming up as well, with your main event, more than likely, being Darius Carter taking on Anthony Gangone.
Oh my God. When is that?
October 20th.
I just got to poo.
And that one,
I would have totally gone to that, but I'm actually going. I haven't told anybody this. It's non-wrestling, but I'm going to be at New York City Comic Con.
Ooh.
It's my first ever New York City Comic Con.
Are you dressing up? What are you dressing up as? Who are you dressing up as?
I'm working.
Oh.
I'm going to be working a table with some peoples.
nice.
But I'm excited.
I can give you old beer. You can be Taylor One Shot.
I can be Taylor Two Shot.
Ooh, second shot.
And
Taylor One Shot and Billy Second Shot.
Yeah. Well, you got to get behind. Yeah. Gemma's there. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
You're not.
You're
Stop.
talking about something important.
Yeah, there's a couple of other shows we got coming up in the Tri-State area in case anybody who's watching us want to go to it. Creative Pro is doing a show October 6th live from the baseball field in out here on Long Island. And so far, the matches we have here, and yes, folks, I am not kidding you with these matches. The team of Brian Myers and Tommy Dreamer
Nice.
with Turk Wendell in their corner. Now, I can see Billy's look of who the hell is Turk Wendell?
I don't like showing that sometimes when I don't know.
He pitched for the Mets in 2000. Taking on the team of Adrenaline Express. Also for the Creative Pro TV Championship in a coach's lumberjack match, Nick Robles takes on the champion Jake Lang. These two guys, I think both of you actually, know. CPA takes on Dirty Dango.
Yes. Dirty Dango he's worked the World of Hurt a bunch of times in other places that I've been at. TNA.
Yeah, Dirty Dango's awesome, and CPA, hell of a gimmick and hell of a worker.
And then in a base brawl street fight, we got Aaron Rourke and the Birds of the Sun, GKM and Leo Sparrow.
Yo, Birds of the Sun. I love me some Leo Sparrow.
Shook and Evil Kip.
Evil Kip's a great guy.
He's evil though.
He's evil. I was a lumberjill. I was the only lumberjill in an Evil Kip match.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it was him versus Pavardi, the sweeper. They put on a great match.
And then, Billy, you're gonna probably hate me for the matches I'm about to announce for Bray for October 20th.
Go ahead.
Harleen Lopez takes on Tiffany Nieves for the NWA Women's Exodus Championship.
Ooh.
As that was announced on this show last week.
Damn.
We also will have in action No Colors, Just Brothers taking on the Keystone Kings. Don't know who the Keystone Kings are.
They drink beer.
This one's going to get interesting. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Tag team women's action, as we'll have Faye Jackson and Christina Marie taking on the team of Emily J and Notorious Mimi.
Wow.
That's cool.
And I will say this much right now. If you've been following Breed Combination, you know that Faye, Christina Marie, and Notorious Mimi are all chomping at the bit to go after Vicious Vicky for the title. Nothing's been set in stone yet, but there's a good possibility that I will be having all four of those women on this show in the near future.
Ooh, good luck. Hopefully not at the same time.
No, it's going to be at the same time.
Ooh, good luck.
That'll be fun.
Then Vicious Vicky defends her title against Riley Crow. Vince Steele takes on Sebastian from NWA Exodus. I have no idea who that is.
I didn't hear the name.
Sebastian.
Oh, I know Sebastian, right? We all know Sebastian. He's that lobster friend of ours.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
And then, yes, I can't believe this match is actually going to happen for the NWA Midwest Championship. Man Bun Jesus takes on Pretty Boy Smooth and takes on Hayden Blackland, also known as the son of Bob Backlund.
Ooh.
Jay Bougie takes on, I'm not kidding you with this name, Cowpoke Paul.
You want to say that again? What?
Cowpoke Paul. It's his actual name.
I'd have to read it.
Cow?
Can you read it to me? Thanks.
Oh, like a cow. COWPOKE, Paul?
Yep.
Cowpoke Paul.
And then obviously, like we mentioned before, what's probably going to be your main event, Darius Carter takes on the winner of the 2024 Grand Slam. Wow,
Is
the
that
Grand Rumble.
it?
Anthony
Is that
Gangone.
at the Mecca?
Yeah, that's from the Mecca.
How far away is that from where Comic-Con is?
Not far at all.
I'm just
Do you
trying
get to enjoy Comic-Con too? Billy, that's been a side question lingering on my mind. I don't want you to just be working.
What now?
Do you get to enjoy it too, the con? Because I don't want
yeah.
you to just work.
Also, yeah, I will.
I was worried about you there just working all day, watching the nerds have fun. Didn't sit right with
that's
me.
what I do at every
But
every day. That's my life.
Actually, I can look it up right now because I know exactly where.
But I'm wondering when things will end, and if it's not too far, I might have to make a trip the 20th over to Jersey, because I haven't been to the Mecca in forever either.
It's funny. It actually just came up in my memories not that long ago. I think the last time was Summer on Smash last year.
For you?
No, for you.
Was that with Kristen?
No.
Kristen and I went after that.
No, so New Year's Eve.
Where was my invite?
That's a good question.
We had just seen the movie together, and you guys ditched me, and you do a podcast without me. What the hell?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
It never ends with me. I gotta stick to grind with everybody, Billy, and you know it.
You were probably working a show.
Yeah, or I was hanging out with my girlfriend or something, or at work.
Like having a life.
I like to do that. I like to want to be included, but then also when I'm busy. But then be like, oh, yeah. What are you gonna do?
What do you mean having a life? That's actually a thing?
Did you say taco life?
No, having a life.
Oh, I like taco life. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, taco life sounded great for a second. I thought you came up with something better than real life.
Like Maria tacos?
That would be good.
Yum.
I
only eat white people tacos. Old El Paso.
White people taco night.
Mm-hmm.
Tacos are good, just they become a mess.
I'm trying to get my friend at work, Porfirio, to try real, authentic Americano tacos.
Oh,
but
God.
he thinks his tacos are better than mine, and I don't think they are. He's a great guy.
I love all tacos.
Real tacos are what's up. When I lived in New York City for like a month, I had street tacos all the time. They were smack.
Billy, you're going to laugh. The commute from Jacob Javits Center to 106 Bergen Avenue is all of 23 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to figure out. I'm going to have to navigate public transportation.
Ooh, that could take 4 hours.
Yeah.
Down there.
Not bad.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when it gets closer.
Yeah, it's like I'm just looking at it right now. It's not that bad.
Nice.
Yeah, but then I know I'll be in Jersey the day beforehand for Battle of the Borough.
Awesome. Oh, the DJ Storms thing.
Yeah, and they just announced that whole card, and that one's actually not bad. I'm kind of hesitant. I'm weird about that one, but yes, I do want to make one mention just to bring Sports Balls into it for a second. Yes, let's go Mets. We're up 1-0. I'm Milwaukee.
That's Mike Piazza, right?
Yeah, that was from that Mike Piazza was on the Mets.
Hell yeah. Nailed it.
Done. Nice. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Was on the Mets. I did it.
I was like, that's base.
He got the big mustache. He's got the big mustache. And he was a catcher. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Sports ball knowledge, huh? I know a lot about basketball, too. More than you would think. Fun fact.
I always got asked to play basketball, and then they realized I wasn't good at it.
You were just tall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It was all the time, man. Like, oh, you want to be
You're
on the
so-
team? I'm like, you don't want me on the team.
But you're so tall, man. Come on.
I am not aggressive enough for sports anyway, so I'm like,
Hey,
you take it. It's cool, whatever.
It's your ball. You want it more than
Yeah.
me. Have a great day.
I tried. Whatever.
By the way, apparently
You did
Taylor
great
was
with
the
it.
only
You
one
did
who was
great.
thinking Piazza.
I was thinking pizza.
Pizza? Yeah,
Well,
Mikey Pete.
Okay.
Oh,
Side story.
Mr. Met. I know him too.
Yeah, Mr. Met, the guy with the mascot with the really big head.
Yeah. Well, isn't there the other Mr. Met? Didn't he just pass? Maybe.
Well, there's Mrs. Met, his wife.
Wow.
Funny story, bringing up Mike Piazza quickly. This goes back years ago. My grandfather, I'll tell the story quickly, used to always call him Pizza Man. And my brother, I think he must have been 8 or 9 years old, for Hanukkah one year, my aunt gave him a Piazza jersey in a pizza box.
Love
Nice.
it. Love it.
Yeah.
I have a fun baseball story for you. If you play MLB 1998 on the N64 and you were to beam Chuck Knobloch with the ball, he will fall to the ground and cry like a little girl. And I did that endlessly as a child.
What?
Sorry, Chuck Knobloch. Your animation is you falling down and crying like a little girl. Do it if you want. Check me on it. Fact check me.
I think that's the
MLB
first time I've heard
98.
anybody. I think that's the first time I've heard anybody mention Chuck Knobloch's name in about 20-something years.
I'm the one. I'm the one.
But no, it's sports gets very interesting. But
I was a Ken Griffey Jr. fan. I have a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. Fun fact.
Fun
fact.
I grew up going to Cincinnati Reds games, so I followed a little, but
Oh yeah, he played. No, mine's a Mariners. Yeah, I had a Seattle Mariners hat when I was a child. Why? I'm from New York. This doesn't make any sense.
Hey, I'll say this much: the guy had one of the best swings in all of baseball,
and he had a video game.
Yes, but
CM Punk is currently reffing this match. I forgot he was supposed to do that tonight.
Speaking about CM Punk, he has to go meet Hell on Sunday or Saturday.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if Drew's going to show up tonight.
Yes.
While
Right.
he's reffing. So CM Punk is currently reffing a match between Trick Williams and Ethan Page.
Well, we do have a pay-per-view coming up on a PLE.
Ooh, that was good.
On Saturday, called Bad Blood, live from Atlanta, Georgia. And there's only 5 matches on here, so we can go through this pretty quickly. First match we got here is Liv Morgan defending the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dom up in the shark cage. Taylor, I'll throw it to you first. Who do you see winning that one?
Probably Liv, because it continues the story and the chicken shit bullshit fun of it all. That's my guess. It's
Billy,
more
what about
fun.
you?
I agree. Sorry, wrestling. I agree, but I want it to be Rhea. I understand the story with storyline wise, it would be better to keep going with Liv for a little bit longer, but I do hope that something embarrassing happens to Dom though. Rhea implied that he pooped his pants the last time he was in the shark cage. Because that happens apparently.
Yeah.
There's always more in a story in the chase and in the climb every single time. Yeah. And once you get to the top, who knows if there's anything after that. Sometimes
you just explained almost all of my past dating life. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm here. You know what I mean? I got a couch. You know what I mean? I got dino nuggies.
Everybody loves the chase.
Yeah, I don't microwave them.
It's gonna be a clean sweep. I got Liv winning this as well. I think somehow we see Judgment Day get involved and help her win. But let's keep things moving because we got another Judgment Day, former Judgment Day brothers here. Damian Priest takes on Finn Balor. Billy, I'll throw it to you first. Who do you see winning this one?
Same situation really as the last one. I think I don't think Damian should lose though, but I think it's going to be Finn by some antics.
Shamika said she thinks that we're getting a new champion for the first match.
Yeah, you think Rita's taking it back?
And Randy again.
I'd be all about it. Finn brings back the Demon. Oh,
Can't go wrong.
That one of my all-time favorite entrances.
I don't know if we get the Demon back now, or they wait till a bigger show, like
it's gotta wait
till Rumble or maybe even WrestleMania.
Who beat the Demon? Didn't somebody beat the Demon? Who beat the Demon? That wasn't good.
Bray Wyatt.
Ooh, oh, okay. Was it okay?
Oh shit! Well, hold on, Billy, you're watching it right now, right? Because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, but it's a commercial right now.
Okay, so then you must be behind it because Shamika just said who won the match.
Oh, nice. Well, I wasn't paying attention the last couple of minutes because I've been talking to you on my phone.
Okay.
Who was it? Go ahead, tell me.
Oh, new champion, Trick Williams.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I looked away.
Oh, and Taylor, to answer your question, it was the Fiend.
Oh, okay. See that's fair then. I mean, if anybody, obviously, yeah, especially as the Fiend too, like he's like stealing the Demon or something, or out dealing him.
Well, here's my other thing. Finn Balor's Demon needs to be when Balor is a face.
That makes sense.
I like
because
it more. Yeah, because the people love him too much for him to be a proper heel when he's the Demon.
Yeah, it's allowing him to do what good guy Finn can't. I'm team face F me Finn, so like I gotta go with Finn every time.
I got it for this one.
If you know the sign.
I'm going Damian Priest on this one. I think something happens and he can use his momentum because I think he's going back for that World Heavyweight title at some point.
Yeah, he should.
We got 3 more matches here. I'm gonna actually jump around with these because I want to leave the last 2 because those 2 are I think gonna be the big one. Nia Jax takes on Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. I'll go first in this one. Nia retains. I think we get a tease for another cash-in, and Naomi turns heel. And I say Naomi turns heel because I think she gets pissed off at Bayley for Bayley winning, and she hasn't really done anything. We really haven't seen a heel Naomi in WWE in some time.
Yeah, not really much at all.
No. Maybe she joins the Bloodline.
She could. If Jimmy had back.
Yeah, I was going to say, she feels like she would have been in the Bloodline proper had there been a Bloodline for her to join.
Well, I mean, you do have enough for a women's Bloodline. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, if her connection to the Bloodline, it hasn't currently been on TV either. Like,
they keep them separated.
Quickly, just to mention here, Randy says he thinks Ego heads to the main roster and would love to hear it back and forth with LA Knight.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of Bloodline,
I love Ethan Page. He's a freaking amazing talent.
Human being.
And human being in general.
He's such a great. I used to watch because I'm a super hardcore nerd toy collector, so I'd watch Ethan Page's toy hunts all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Man, so adorable. He's he's a good father too, and he's a good friend, and he puts all of his wrestler buddies over and gives them an opportunity. And he's so
Shout out-
attractive and such a great wrestler. God damn.
He's
My
a
man
pretty
is like
person.
he put the work in for like so long that he's so pre-built for that role, and he deserves it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So shout out to the Asylum. They put on they've done 2 conventions called Wrestle Bash, but they actually the Asylum began as a toy company, like a toy. I guess not company. I don't know. It does anyway. Ethan Page has worked with them, and they have a line of figures, which are pretty freaking awesome. But so I got to like play with figures with Ethan Page at Wrestle Bash. I was like, this is awesome.
Retro style toys of like older wrestlers that he's giving licenses out to or getting licenses.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a lot of cool things happening with toys and retro toys and like the remakes of old toys. Like if you're into that thing, like there's a huge section of the wrestling community that's like wrestling toy community, and I'm definitely one of those people.
I have way more stuff than I should.
Yeah, and signed. I know you have some of it signed, Billy.
There's a place by me called Retro Relic and Time Warp that if you've seen Ethan Page's vlogs before, and I think even Brian Myers a couple of times, they've been right over here. And that's where I've gotten basically all of my Funko Pops, or a good majority of them.
Oh, did you say the wrestling universe?
No, it's called Retro Relic.
The wrestling universe is in what, Queens?
Yeah, Queens.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're right down there by there. When I was down in the city, there was a place I made sure to stop at. It's one of those like infamous wrestling.
Wrestling Universe is where I met Prince Nana. Well, I not met. I saw Prince Nana and Swerve.
Hell yeah! I love me some Nana.
Which I'm not going to spoil what I have been texting him about, but be on the lookout for something big that might be happening pretty soon.
He confirmed Prince Nana to Dynasty. You heard it from John Bowen here. Yeah, right?
Not to pull back the curtain, but that almost could have happened. That almost was a possibility.
Well, make it just make it
make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong person to speak on that part.
Bring in Nana.
I'll explain off air, but there was a good chance he could have been at the show in August.
Should have been. Could have brought me to the ring. We could have danced together. It would have been cool.
I'm just saying. I'm not the person to speak on that, but Billy, did you give your prediction for the Nia Jax Bayley match?
No.
Who do you see winning?
Nia's gonna retain. But there's gonna be a tease. I think pretty much everything you said. I don't know if Naomi's gonna actually go heel, but I think it's just storyline progression and between Nia and Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, I have a Naomi story.
Okay.
Okay, so I walked over and I gave Trinity a coffee, and she said, "Hey, I'm with a fan. Can you give me a minute?" And then I did, and I felt like poop, and I walked away, uncomfortable. And that's my Trinity Fatu story. It was awkward for me, and probably for both of them. She thought she wanted her coffee.
Just bring in your coffee.
They said bring Trinity her coffee, and I did.
Oh,
it was my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault. I misjudged it. You gotta wait for people, you know. Time and place. She's gonna. Nia Jax is gonna win. That's my vote.
So okay. Now the 2 matches that I'm very curious to see which one of these close out the show. In one match, we got Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns taking on the Bloodline in Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu with Tama Tonga and Tangaloa on the outside. Now, question I bring up, does this close out the show, or do you close out with Punk and Drew?
Punk and Drew doesn't have a belt, right? It's just a feud.
It's Hell in a Cell.
It's Hell in a Cell. I think they might start it with Punk and Drew.
They like to do that nowadays. They do. Gets the
Yeah.
cell right out of the way. Is the event Hell in the Cell? What's the event?
Bad
No,
What's
Blood.
the
Bad Blood.
Oh, Bad Blood. They do that again. Awesome.
Well, it's also the anniversary of the first Bad Blood. I think it's
That makes
it's the
sense.
anniversary of the first Hell in a Cell match that it was
Oh,
Shawn
Michael.
and Undertaker.
Undertaker. It's the one where Kane came in. That's gotta be Kane. We just mentioned it earlier.
Callback.
That was foreshadowing we just did there.
Yes.
We knew that then too. We knew that. Great work, guys.
Shoot.
But
I'm gonna have to jump off, guys. I'm sorry.
Same. My
Oh, we got
Dave's
one more
yelling at me.
Right?
Hmm?
Did we go over them all?
we only
One
have
more.
left
Who?
is CM Punk.
CM Punk? CM Punk loses because he's a loser. Have a great
Okay.
night, guys. I don't know. That's a hot take. I don't care. I have CM Punk toy on my wall. Have a good night, though.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty. All right.
I don't know how to leave. John Blaine, I don't know how to leave.
Just there should be a yep, there we go. Okay. All right. Guys, I'll wrap up quickly. We got Drew and Punk coming up, and it's gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be a close one. But guys, I want to thank everybody who joined tonight. I want to thank Billy. I want to thank Taylor. Guys, don't miss the Dynasty. They present Return to Neverland on October 12th, live from the Linda. Also, guys, coming up, Blitzkrieg Pro presents Cool With You on this coming Friday. Unfortunately, I will not be there. And we got so much more great action. Guys, coming up next week on the show, we're going to have your Fallout from Bad Blood. We'll have Harley Lopez on the show and so much more. Because, guys, we're getting to that busy season. But one last thing I do want to say, final thoughts on my end. Guys, if you are of the Jewish faith, I want to wish everybody who's of the Jewish faith a happy and healthy new year as Rosh Hashanah begins tomorrow. Hopefully this year is a good year for you and all that stuff. But guys, again, I appreciate all the support. It means a lot. We'll be back live here this coming Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern for another interview with Cindy Hart from OWR. You're not going to want to miss that. But guys, for everybody who commented tonight, from Shamika, Randy, Amanda, I appreciate it. Again, Billy, I want to thank you for joining, Taylor as well. And guys, we're out of here. See you guys next time. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoopsie, hit the wrong button.